The sterile lights of the hospital corridor flickered softly as Nurse Elena stepped into room 212, carrying the weight of another sleepless night. Daniel had been unconscious for 3 months, frozen between life and goodbye, and she had become the quiet guardian of his stillness. She sat beside him as she always did, brushing a strand of hair from his forehead, her voice trembling with a tenderness she never dared admit aloud. "You promised you wouldn't leave without saying goodbye," she whispered, her breath catching as memories of their last conversation, his laughter, his hand brushing hers, his unspoken confession, flooded her. She leaned closer, tears gathering in her eyes. "I shouldn't have waited to tell you, I love you." The room fell silent except for the rhythmic beeping, a fragile heartbeat echoing her own. Just as she began to rise, a faint twitch fluttered across his fingers. Elena froze, turning back with disbelief as his eyelids trembled like someone fighting through 1,000 miles of darkness. "Daniel," she whispered again, her voice breaking as she grasped his hand with trembling hope. Slowly, agonizingly, his eyes opened, dazed, unfocused, then searching. When they finally met hers, a tear slipped down his cheek. "Elena," his voice was a cracked whisper. "I heard you. Every night." She felt her knees give out as she sank beside him, overwhelmed by the miracle unfolding before her. His hand tightened weakly around hers. "You're the reason I came back." The world outside disappeared. In that moment, it was just their breaths, their tears, their long-awaited truth finally breaking through months of silence. She pressed her forehead to his, her tears mixing with his as relief and love washed over them like warm light after a storm. Doctors rushed in, voices buzzing around them, but neither looked away from the other. Daniel's thumb brushed her cheek with the faintest strength, as if reminding her he was real, alive, here. "Don't leave me again," she whispered. He managed a weak smile. "Not if you stay," he breathed. And as the monitor steadied and morning sunlight spilled through the window, Elena realized that a single sentence, spoken with love, had pulled him back from the edge of forever. It wasn't medicine. It wasn't science. It was something deeper, something fate had been waiting to reveal. Their new beginning had started with a whisper.